Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the table. It is me, Shannon, one of your hosts, and I'm joined by my lovely co-host, Katelynn.
Aw, lovely. How nice.
Yeah, you're lovely.
You are also lovely. It's
Thank you.
compliment hour today.
Compliment hour. Oh, amazing. Well, I don't have much of an introduction here. I don't know if Caitlin, you have any fun food stories to share or anything
Um,
hidden?
do I? I have the TikTok I posted this week.
Oh yeah, talk about that.
So, I don't know if anyone is here this week from that TikTok. I don't know if I garnered a single view or follower of this podcast from that, but if you are here from TikTok, hello. Um, so I posted for the first time on Simmer's TikTok about the podcast, like directly from it. And I basically sent out a poll. I just hit myself in the face. I, I hit my headphones. I sent out a poll about the cucumber versus bread fight. And people got intense. Like I gotta read some of them. They're amazing. Because TikTok, I put it out to a comment section, so I figured people were going to be like intense about it. But all right, forgive me, I'm gonna swear because this one's amazing. Cucumber, what the fuck? Baguette is bread, it's too soft. Oh, but what if it's stale? Fuck if it's stale. You gotta wait while I'm slapping you with the cucumber.
That's my favorite. It's so funny.
Thank you, TikTok user Gone After Midnight.
Oh my goodness.
Because Baguette won the actual poll. Like, you can just click a winner. But the people who went into the comments were very vehemently cucumber.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. A baguette has a better reach, but a cucumber is more durable. So a cucumber is better. That's kind of what my argument was.
Yeah. That's really what it comes down to. I think the reach versus its integrity. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why a stale baguette I think comes up a lot in this debate.
Yeah,
Because that really changes the game for sure.
absolutely. There's someone here that says it's MC1VXX, so MC170. I broke a beer bottle with a not long forgotten stale baguette recently. It's got reach and durability.
Yeah.
Where do you get yourself in life to be armed with a baguette and have a beer bottle in front of you, and then for you to have done something to break the bottle with the bread? Because I don't go around hitting things with bread often.
I don't know, but I'm here for it. I love the review.
Yeah, so thank you everybody for responding. I am still down to test this. I'm just thinking of the logistics of it, because I think technically it should be at least mostly fresh baguette, but it doesn't have I'm not saying like warm, but like mostly new, not rock hard, because I think that like defeats the purpose of the question myself. And I know that just sounds like, oh, it can't be stale because then I'll lose. It's not what I meant. Um, but I'm trying to think of who I'm going to fight, because I need to find someone who matches skill to create the least amount of variables here. It might just have to be you, Shannon.
I mean, yeah, I think we're probably the most evenly matched in the fact that we have no qualifications.
Yeah. Because if I did
So
Noah, he'd figure out how to stab me somehow with the bread, quote unquote stab with the bread,
mhm.
before I even had a chance. But
Maybe we could do it like tournament style. Like get
oh, that's a good idea.
multiple, yeah.
Huh, I like that idea. Because it's about the weapons, and I think obviously if you pair skill against skill, like it's about skill. But which sword fails as a sword first is what I'm hoping to learn. If it turns out the cucumber just isn't gonna do it, then I'll accept defeat. But
All right. We'll
there's
put
that.
that I was gonna say we'll table that.
There
To the
you go.
table.
We'll put that on the table.
Perfect. Putting that on the table. Figure it out.
um, we will. I will probably record it if we do it because I feel like it deserves to be recorded. And if it's funny enough, maybe I'll post it. But yeah, that's not what we're here to do today, though. I'm off topic as usual.
It's okay. I led us astray with starting off with stories.
Oh,
But
I mean,
speaking of
whatever.
stories, a little bit of a segue, maybe, bit of a stretch, but we are talking about fictional foods that we wish that we could try.
Yeah. This one was one we talked about in like episode 2, I think, when we did like the Noah and me quiz. So
I think so.
it's been bouncing around for a bit. Um yeah, we just got some foods slash I think locations for you. From across all pop culture, I think, because I have like one's a video game, but most of them are movies slash TV.
Hmm.
Just things we would like to try, or probably could try, but we haven't tried.
Yeah, as I was going through and making this list, I realized like there's so many things that I could just make here. Like it's
Mhm.
just food that also exists in the real world. But the fact that it's there in that movie or book or whatever, it's like I just want to experience it in that world. And I'm not gonna
Mhm.
be able to.
Yeah. So I think that's like a good caveat for most of like the normal ones. Like if it's yeah, it's probably a food that I could just make, but I want like the one from the movie, I guess is where I'm going with that. But some of these I might try in real life. Um but okay, is there anywhere you want to start? I know there's a very obvious place to start. Um
Obvious place to start.
my guess was Ratatouille was a great place to start.
Sure, let's do that.
Okay. Just I mean that was the first one I wrote down. However, I don't want to try the actual dish Ratatouille. Um, were you as a kid like do you think it was like pepperonis and cheese and like amazing foods
Yes.
and not sliced like eggplant and squash?
Yes. Oh my god. I'm so glad you brought this up. Because definitely the animated film makes it just look like a pile of pepperonis. And I'm like, that would be so good.
Like that just looks like
And
a
then,
deconstructed pizza. I love it.
yeah, it's not at all that,
No.
which was very disappointing to learn.
Mhm. Yeah. He's like it looks like oh cool like it's a pizza but like fancy cuz when you're like 9 fancy food just means plated differently. Um, but I would rather so you know the scene where Colette like is teaching him. It's like the teaching montage, and she picks up the bread and she crunches it, and she goes symphony of crackle. I
Yeah,
want that bread.
that's a strong choice.
That oh god, all of Ratatouille. The soup that Remy actually makes looks delicious.
Yeah,
Um,
that's what was on my list,
yeah.
specifically from that movie. The soup, I think as much as you can like try to recreate a soup, he just sort of throws in who knows what.
Yeah.
So even if you tried to make it in real life, I don't think you could capture what was
Yeah.
happening.
It's so perfectly unattainable because it is exactly a dish that is improvised. It starts off as something that we don't know. He adds ingredients that we do know in completely unrealistic proportions, and he ends up making like a beautiful chowder at the end. Like he puts in like a quarter of a basil leaf. Like there's so little in that.
Yeah. It's also like, was he doing rat-sized portions when he was making it, or did he have people in mind to eat this?
Right. Cuz there's a few where he dumps like a whole thing of something into the soup. Like
Right.
but then when he does the thing where he crunches up the herb, I don't know exactly what herb it is. I think it looks like parsley from what I remember, and he dumps it in. I'm like, "You have a little rat fist. That's so little."
So little.
Like no one's going to taste that. And you can see it in the final soup. Um but also he dumps like a quart of heavy cream into it, which is great. That is an amazing addition to soup. But that soup started off as like some sort of like tomato bisque type soup, and it ended up white with only a quart of cream.
It's okay.
Like that should have been like salmon pink at best.
You know? He's just that good.
He is apparently.
Ugh.
But yeah, that and I eat grapes and cheese together now because of Ratatouille. And I know like that's
Mhm.
like a charcuterie board / like party dish, but I never like paired the grapes with the cheese. It was always like crackers with the cheese. But I have grapes and cheese together all the time because when he feeds, it's a strawberry, I think, but he has grapes on the table on the little towel as well. And he feeds it to his brother, and the little swirlies happen around him. That changed my life.
Yeah. That was certainly a culinary breakthrough of my childhood life.
Yeah. I think that's all I have for Ratatouille. Are there any like dishes you have that I'm missing?
I think that's it from Ratatouille.
Mm.
Um,
Oh, the omelet
I
he
guess
makes
sort
looks
of
stellar too.
pivoting though, while like Ratatouille and just in that restaurant,
Hmm.
being there and you want to experience everything, I would love to go to Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory.
Yeah, I I like that because I have Wonka bar written down.
Hmm. I think I started with the Wonka bar, and then I was like, actually, also the Gobstopper, also that gum that tastes like a full meal. Like, I
Mm.
just really want all of it.
I might be like unpopular opinion penguin on this one. I am interested in like trying a Wonka bar. Nothing in the factory actually intrigues me though. Sorry, no.
Really?
One thing, it's the whipped cream they lick off the mushrooms, but that's it.
Why that one?
I don't know. That whipped cream just looks delicious. Oh, okay. All right. I'm going
Okay.
to correct myself again. There's two things. There's the whipped cream on the mushrooms, and then there's the lickable wallpaper.
Yeah, the lickable wallpaper. I mean, granted, I want to try that, but with a guarantee that no one else has licked that spot.
Fair.
Um, that's my only concern there,
Mhm.
but it is on the list.
Yeah. I that gum seems like it would be disgusting to me. But I'm like a mint gum elitist. I don't like fruit gum. I don't like it's only mint.
That's fair. I just want to know if it actually tastes like the meal foods. Like, I'm not expecting to like it, but I want to know how much of a likeness it has to the food it's trying to replicate.
That's fair.
All right. Hello there. Sorry if I sound a little bit different. Had some technical difficulties. So now I'm on my phone and might sound a little bit different, but hopefully you can hear me all well and good.
Yeah.
So where did we leave off?
I think the last thing you mentioned was you don't know if the gum will be very good, but you want to know if it works.
Yes, exactly.
Um, I agree with that sentiment. I think that's fair. That's the curiosity of if it functions, whether or not it's like tasty.
Mm-hmm. That's all I want to know.
Yeah. I very particularly like with Willy Wonka, what I had written it down for because I wrote the Wonka bar. It's particularly the puck shaped one that Charlie opens at the beginning. Not like the chocolate bar, but he's got a different one. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but that one looks good.
Oh,
It's
is
like
it before he goes to the factory or also
well before.
let's back up. Are
Mhm.
we talking about the original movie or
I'm
the newer one?
thinking Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the one with Gene Wilder.
Okay, gotcha. Um, I can't think of it off the top of my head, but I can look it up.
I also wonder if I'm making it up.
I
Because
don't think you
he
are.
has like it's like a roundish looking chocolate. Do I have that? I'm gonna look it up. To the Google. The amount of times I sit here and be like, I don't know things. I'm not gonna Google them is wild. I need to Google more things. Um,
The only thing is I don't know how to look this up. tactfully. Because everything is, of course, the Wonka bar is just going to come up.
Yeah.
So we might just have to rewatch the movie and pause it on all of the
The
snacks
whole
we want to
thing.
eat. The whole thing.
Because he gets two, right? It's the one. Maybe I'm making it up. It's the one that didn't have the ticket in it, but I remember it being like roundish. I could
Okay.
absolutely be making this up because I'm seeing the pictures of the rectangle bar and they're definitely familiar.
Mm. Yeah. I don't doubt it though, because didn't he not originally go to buy the chocolate with the golden ticket?
Right. He had one that didn't have the ticket in it, and then he got money from, I think, Grandpa Joe to get another one.
Right.
I don't know. He finds it. Oh no, he finds a quarter and a grate. I don't know which. It's been a long time.
It's been a while. I should rewatch that though.
Yeah, I know. Oh God. Willy Wonka chocolate. Trying to like search everything that isn't just Wonka bar.
Mm-hmm.
You ever had a real world Wonka bar?
I haven't, no.
It's just like a Hershey bar. Just says
Oh,
Wonka on it.
yeah. Just pretty alright chocolate.
Yeah. Oh, I got the Mr. Beast Willy Wonka. Hi, buddy. Hello, Jimmy. Nope. All right. Either it's not Googleable or it only exists in my brain. Equally indecipherable.
All good.
But yeah, speaking of, I think I said it before the cut, but I'll see if I cut it out or not. The gobstopper candies that they actually sell in the real world, if you anyone who says, "Oh, they have real gobstoppers," no, they don't. Those are crappy jawbreakers. The gobstoppers in the movie are star-shaped.
Yep. Yeah. Real life gobstoppers are not it. It's
they
in your
suck.
mouth and you're like, man, this isn't a good taste. Maybe if I keep it in my mouth, it'll taste better, and then it doesn't get better.
No. They're definitely like the last in my Halloween bag, like at the bottom of the bin.
Yeah, and they're always out and about on Halloween. I'm like, who's buying these?
I don't think I've ever seen them in stores either.
Right.
Like where do you get them? Are they like dollar store maybe? They seem like that on the cheaper side of candies.
Maybe. But even still, I don't know why you would actively buy them.
Mm-hmm. Totally agree.
Wild.
Yeah, I mean Willy Wonka has so many foods. I
Mm-hmm.
also I think the chocolate river looks disgusting.
It's unsanitary.
It's also incredibly watery. It looks like doo-doo water.
Yeah,
It does not look like chocolate.
it's fun in theory. It's probably not great in practice.
Yeah. That movie's also crazy. Like, the more I learn about how it was filmed, or like, the more I remember that scene of them on a boat. Like, that movie's whack.
Yeah. I think when you're a kid watching it, you're just sort of like, woohoo, imagination and everything is edible. I love it. And then as an adult, you're just like, this doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I remember it making more sense.
Yeah.
When I was little, but here we are.
Yeah, I think that like the song that Gene Wilder sings like is the closest thing to PTSD I have. Like the boat it keeps on rowing, and I'm like, ha, no,
Yeah,
don't show me
that
the
was
pictures of the grubs. There's bugs in that scene. I don't like it.
yeah. Ooh, yeah, definitely much creepier than it needed to be.
Yeah, I mean Roald Dahl, the author of the original book, was a weirdo. In every like good and bad way, he was a weirdo. So I do kind of I appreciate the like kind of creepiness they add to it because a lot of his stories were like that. I just don't think it was quite necessary in the way that they did it.
Mm.
But No. Clearly, I need to watch that movie again.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah. I also like that they just casually made it a musical. Like, I forget
Yeah,
often that it's a musical, and then I just remember that, like, every character has a song.
that's so true. And then the Oompa Loompas are just there for the scene transitions.
Yeah. I know I'm remembering that the movie had, like, especially when the Oompa Loompas sang, they had, like, text on screen. Was there, like,
Did they?
was that a sing-along only version of the movie that I had or something?
I think it might have been.
Because it's
Did
like,
you ever sing along with Willy
did I
Wonka?
have the sing-along version? I had the copy of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory that came in a card, like a paper box. It wasn't even, like, in a plastic movie disc box.
Huh. Okay.
um, but yeah,
Was it a VHS tape or was it?
no, it was a CD. It was a DVD. Shoot, because I especially when the Oompa Loompas sang, the words were on screen and they were very like crazy looking, and they would like wibble and wobble off the screen. I still remember what they look like. But I have to see if I just had like a sing along version, because I don't remember the other songs having words.
Mm-hmm.
But like I I had the OG sing along of a movie.
Interesting.
Because that I think that disc was as old as I am. Probably. That movie came out probably in 2000, right? Do I have that right? I don't know. I'm not going to look it up. I'm not
Willy
picking up my phone
Wonka?
again. Is that too
The
early?
original one?
Yeah.
No, that was like the 70s. Like it was,
Wait, what?
yeah.
Oh God. That's embarrassing.
No, that was definitely out for quite some time.
I. Shoot. Oh my God, 71. Oh no. That movie is older than my parents. Why did I think that came out so late? Never
I don't
mind.
know, like the Johnny Depp one I think was sometime in the
Maybe that's what
2000s.
I'm confusing it with. I'd say I'm gonna
Yeah.
cut that out, but I think it deserves to stay in if Hans Christian Andersen stayed in.
It's okay, you know? We just have
Shoot,
brain farts
when
and record it.
when did Gene Wilder die? Wasn't that recent?
Uh, hmm, a fair question.
How? Because I thought he was old in that movie, and that movie's 50 years old. Oh my God!
I don't think so. It looks like he died in 2016. He wasn't like terribly old when he recorded
I
that.
guess he wasn't that old in that movie. Oh, I mean, he does do a somersault, so wow. I'm very bad with dates, if that isn't plainly obvious to anyone listening. The movie's 50 years old. It's older than Star Wars. I thought
Yeah,
it came
I
out
don't
in
know
2000.
don't know what timeline you're operating on.
I don't know either.
Not this one.
I hope I'm confusing it with the Johnny Depp one for my own sake. My God, I'm thinking about it now. There's no freaking way that movie came out in like the aughts or later. Like, God. All right. Well, with that, I'm gonna
With
very
that,
very classily move us on. Next up, I have spaghetti tacos.
yep. I also had spaghetti
Do you?
tacos
That's another
from
one. Like,
iCarly,
yeah,
that TV show from the 50s.
Don't do this to me. I hope like people know about iCarly, because like it's certainly not an unpopular show, but like a lot of people that I know didn't watch it because they were like Cartoon Network kids and not Disney/Nick.
Oh, yeah.
But like they watch SpongeBob, so I don't know how you like circumnavigated iCarly, because that was on like every night.
Yeah, it was on. I remember being on school mornings as well, like sometimes before I
Yeah.
left to go to school. I
Mm-hmm.
would watch it.
And it was definitely on at like prime time, like 6 or 7, like when kids are sitting down watching TV.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so iCarly was one of my favorite shows for a long time. And there's a couple foods from iCarly that I remembered. I also wrote down Bibble, which is Victorious slash salmon cat.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about that.
Which is, it's just like chocolate covered popcorn. Like, okay, these are, iCarly is set in almost the real world. I know I can make a spaghetti taco, but I want Spencer's.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Also the anything made from the groovy smoothie.
Yep. Mm-hmm. All the things that what was that character's name would have it on a stick?
Yes.
Tebow?
Yes, Tebow.
Yep.
That and what is it? Fat cakes? Those like pink cakes that Sam really loved.
Mm-hmm. Those sort of look like snowballs.
That's what I thought. And back then I really liked snowballs, so they looked amazing to me. I don't think I would like them now. But iCarly had a lot of great foods.
Yeah, that's more foods than I remember there being.
Yeah.
But they're definitely like notable things that they would snack on and reference throughout the show.
And there's like he made a statue out of butter. Not saying I would like to eat that butter, but just it's food.
Yep.
What I think that's like the big ones. I remember there being an episode very meatball focused. Oh, they went to like the cheesecake, their version of the Cheesecake Factory, and they had a giganto meatball.
Mm-hmm.
And the pie episode, they had to find the pie recipes.
Episode, I was just thinking about that.
Yeah.
They're the whole room covered in pies, and we're trying different flavors.
Mm-hmm. I've never had a key lime pie in my life, but I want that one. I don't know why.
I don't know if I've had a key lime pie. Maybe once.
I'll have to put that on my growing list of food I need to eat.
Yeah. I'm not a huge lime person in general.
Same.
So it never really tempted me.
The most I like lime flavoring in is a soda, like Sprite. And that's hardly lime.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've covered all the big ones for iCarly. I don't know if you have any more, like, also maybe including, like, Victorious.
No, I think that does it for me, too.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Wow. All right, I think you mentioned it briefly and it made me think of it. Let's talk about SpongeBob.
Yes.
Going to the Krusty Krab.
Yes.
I would say Krabby Patty, but it's probably just a hamburger.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know what kelp anything is. I think they had a shake, they had fries.
Yeah.
Something else, like, kelp was always on the menu, and I'm like, what is that?
The fries always made me laugh because, like, kelp is a leaf. Like,
right?
Like,
I'm like, is it just kale chips that I'm getting?
Yeah, like, how did you fry it? Because they have a fryer-later, so I know they fry it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's not to say they couldn't, like, cut it down, mix it with flour, and make, like a tater tot type fry out of it. Yeah, the like, was it a kelp shake, that episode where everyone, like, grew green hair?
Yes.
That seems like it would taste like cucumber, and I don't know why, but my brain's like, that's cucumber flavored.
Okay.
I don't know why.
I think that's a fair assessment. Didn't they have, like, a sea cucumber?
Yes, I think that, or like a sea pickle as well.
Sea pickle. That sounds more right.
Karen going 50% sea, 50% kelp, 50% shake. No, it wasn't that. It was sea and weed. 50% sea, 50% weed.
50% weed. Karen was an underrated character.
Absolutely. They did not use her enough.
Amazing.
Also, like, they didn't even make it like a creature that he created. They didn't make it her like some weird minion. She's his wife.
She's his wife.
Canonically, he is like the only married character.
Was there a Mrs. Krabs?
I don't
I
think
don't
so.
think we
There was
ever
his
saw
mom.
her. That was his mom. And he has a daughter,
Yeah, so
so
he's
she came from somewhere.
presumably divorced.
Presumably divorced.
Yeah,
Wow.
that or adoptive, because she's a whale and all.
That is true. Be some interesting biology there.
Mm. Because the grandparents are the only other couple. Oh no, there's Patrick's parents.
And SpongeBob's parents
That's right.
that look like cookies.
Oh, I pinned that as his grandparents. So that's not his grandparents, his parents. Yeah, why
I
are
think
they
they're his
round?
parents. Yeah.
They are his parents.
Two circles make a square, apparently. I don't know how that
Yeah.
math.
I mean, I kind of as a kid, I kind of logicked it out because he's a sponge. As you use a sponge, the corners kind of rip off. So they're used.
Like they've been used? Oh my god. Is that how aging works?
I don't know. Has someone edited the Scrub Daddy onto his parents?
I don't like that. It's gotta be out there.
Oh man. Also, her cookies, while we're on the topic of food, they looked real good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have pretty patties written down for SpongeBob.
Oh, pretty patties.
Yeah.
Yep. I want to try those.
I love how no one's super thrilled about the Krabby Patty. It's a burger,
Mm-hmm.
Matt Pat, however, because Matt Pat keeps making videos can parallel to our videos because he has food theory. He made a video about what the Krabby Patty recipe is. He figured it out, quote unquote.
Figured it out?
Yeah. So he it's a red algae or something that makes up most of it. It's completely vegan, by the way. Using enough context clues from the show, as well as offshoot parallel material and just science. He figured it out supposedly. The only thing that I'm mad at him for is that he didn't try it. He didn't make it. So I'm hoping someone does and it winds its way onto my TikTok or YouTube because I want to know.
I hope that's really fascinating. If it is doable and edible, how can you not try it?
Yeah. 10 out of 10, Matt. You went through all that work and you made it in a way that it would work because there's a binder in it, it would actually hold together. And then he's like, all right, see you in the next video. That's just a theory. Bye. Wait, no, you gotta eat it. Gotta go get some red algae. You gotta make it.
Well.
But I always thought it was crab meat. That's why he didn't want to share the recipe because he is a crab.
Oh, could you imagine? Wow.
Scandal.
The crimes.
The crimes.
Scandal.
I mean, there's only two crabs, himself and his mother.
Wasn't there, I don't remember if it was a joke or if that was the actual recipe, but wasn't there some piece of paper where Plankton found out there was plankton in it?
Yes. If I remember correctly, that was a fake recipe he put in there to scare him.
Right. When they had planted there. That's what I thought it was.
Yeah. Excuse me. Jeez. I tried to stop that yawn. It only made it bigger.
It happens to the best of us.
Yeah, I don't think that was the real recipe by any means, but I do absolutely remember that happening, and I can't confirm.
Okay.
That was his whole family was there, right? Wait, was that the movie? That wasn't the movie.
No, I don't think that was the movie.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's any foods from the movie now that I'm thinking about it, but there is not that I can think of.
Mm.
No. But yeah, Pretty patties. I don't know why I would prefer pretty patties over a regular like Krabby Patty. I just think I assume they taste like macarons.
Yeah, I always sort of imagine they tasted like dessert.
Yeah.
Nice.
Um,
Well, speaking of dessert,
mhm.
I have the gray stuff from Beauty and the Beast.
I thought about that. I didn't write it down, and I can't really explain why, but that's a great one. It's so subtly mentioned, too.
Mm-hmm.
Just try the gray stuff. It's delicious, and that's it. That's the beginning and
That's
end of
it.
the gray stuff.
That's all there is to the gray stuff, and yet it sticks in my brain.
Yeah.
What is it?
What is... I imagined it was like some sort of pudding.
I think so. That's what it looked like. It sort of just looked like a pile of goo,
Yeah.
essentially. So I don't know if it was pudding or like a flambe.
Yeah. I bet if you could make like an Oreo pudding, like if you like blended up Oreo cookies and mix it into vanilla pudding, you could make it look like the gray stuff.
Stop it. That's so good. I
Sounds
want that
kind of
right
good.
now.
um yeah, I don't know. It's intriguing because it's mysterious, but I can't tell if I think it would be good.
Mm-hmm. I think it's sort of up there with the Willy Wonka gum. I'm like, I don't
Mhm.
know if it's going to be good. I don't think that will ruin my experience, even if it's not. I just want to know.
Yeah. Huh. Like it's do how much do I trust Lumiere, really? Cuz in that montage, she never gets to eat anything, right? They keep taking the food away. Or is that just
Yeah, I
the
guess so.
it
I
might
never noticed that. Yeah.
because I know in the 2018 version with Emma Watson, like that definitely
Hmm.
happens. Like they literally like they make a point to keep taking the food away.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know if it happens in the original because it's been a little longer since I've seen it. But she doesn't eat a meal anywhere in that music at all.
That's so disappointing. You get dinner in the show, except no dinner, and a show you weren't expecting from the utensils.
Yeah. Um, I think Mrs. Potts, like a tea carefully made by Mrs. Potts, I think would be really, really good.
Mm. Hmm.
Yeah, the gray stuff stands out so much because I don't. There's no really. It's not really a food based movie. Um,
No, not really. Like they have the whole buffet, but there's nothing else
yeah,
like the gray stuff
there's
that
the
sticks out.
7 dozen eggs that Gaston eats.
Yeah, I think Gaston is like single-handedly ruining the egg market in that city.
Yeah, because
There's so many.
there's a line from the beginning, like when she's singing the first song, "Provincial Life." Is that what it's called? Maybe.
Something like that. Yeah.
I need 6 eggs. That's too expensive. Yeah, it's because Gaston eats 11 dozen a day, and the market is not. It is expensive. There aren't enough eggs.
Exactly.
Supply and demand. Supply and demand is a big problem. Different Disney movie.
Yeah,
um,
precisely. All the facts are there.
yeah, that's so many eggs. I eat like max 3 eggs a day sometimes, and that's enough eggs.
Mm. Oh, wait, this is such a good segue.
Yeah.
Green Eggs and Ham from Dr. Seuss.
Oh, I didn't even think of that. I don't think I would want to try that, but maybe I would. No, that book is about peer pressure. That is pressure. That is coercion.
Yeah, I don't know what the moral of that story was in
Mm,
hindsight. Um, I guess like break out of your shell, try new things,
yeah.
but at the end of the day, I mean, no means no. We gotta make sure that message drives home as well.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, you want to ruin someone's childhood, like research Dr. Seuss. Like, he's messed up. Sorry, I gotta close my door real quick.
Yeah. I haven't gone down that rabbit hole of Dr. Seuss, so I think I'm gonna not. We're just gonna be blissfully unaware.
Alright, I shifted my chair too much. Must readjust. Put my blanket back on. Okay. Would you try green eggs and ham if they were presented to you?
I'd try it once.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just, why is it green? I don't know.
Because, like, you can dye an egg green pretty damn easily. It's the ham that's suspicious.
Is the ham suspicious? Why is that?
Because ham shouldn't be green.
I don't think the ham was green.
I thought, wait, is the ham not green? I thought the ham was green.
That's an excellent question.
I remember the
this is
fork
where,
sticking out of it.
yeah, grammar is really coming into play here.
Yeah.
Because is it green eggs and normal ham, or green eggs and ham? You know?
First off, someone has made it. That's disgusting. Second, I see a green ham. Like, on the cover, it's green.
Oh, all of it was green. Yeah, you're right.
I totally get it, though. Like, it doesn't necessarily say that the ham is green.
Wow. Okay. That changes things. I don't know if I'd try the green ham. That is a little alarming.
Yeah. You know what else I don't think goes together? Eggs and ham.
I don't know. I've had them together before. Like
Yeah.
pieces of ham mixed with the eggs. It's not bad.
I think I just don't like ham. I think that's really our issue here.
Yeah.
Not a ham person. I don't like... Yeah, I can't think of an instance where I would choose ham. I don't even like regular...
Not even like a...
I would still choose turkey bacon over regular bacon.
Well, that's a different thing entirely.
Well, I'm
that's
saying...
not ham at all.
Well, I mean, it's meat from a pig.
Okay.
Okay, what particularly is the difference between ham and pork?
I wish I had an answer for you. Because they are so different. Like, you just look at the two of them next to each other, and you're like, those are two different foods. I don't know what's different.
I mean, I feel like like if you took a chunk off of, like, a ham hock, you just have a pork chop.
Mm-hmm.
All the like the grill masters and butchers are like, what the hell? Of course there's a difference. This part's the butt, this part's the leg, this part's the... Listen, I don't like meat from a pig. I think that's where I'm
That's
at.
what it boils down to.
Yeah.
It's not the green ham, it's the ham. It's not the ham, it's the pig. We gotta really, like, take a few steps back here.
Yeah. I could take maybe pork sausage, but I think I'd still prefer a beef sausage. I don't know. I'm getting off topic, clearly. But anyway. I gotta research that now. Because also, Hamburg is beef.
Okay, back up. What did you just call it?
Hamburg?
Yes. Thank you. Okay, I have a side tangent story.
Ooh.
So, I guess Hamburg is not a universally known thing.
Oh.
Like, that's not the term for it. It's ground beef, and, you know, on the label. All well and good. But, like, my family growing up always called it Hamburg. I was playing a game with some people at college, and the object of the game was to, like, name... Basically, you'd have a category and a letter, and you would have to try to name something the fastest to get the card.
Yeah.
And it was food starting with H. And I said, oh, Hamburg. Easy. Got it. Done. The two people I was playing with were like, what is that? That's not a thing. Like, hamburger? Is that what you mean? And I was like, no. It's
Almost
not what I mean.
hamburger, but not cook.
Yeah. Like, I just thought it was a universal term. I didn't realize
Yeah,
it wasn't.
that's funny. Because, like, even on the same breath, a hamburger is not made of ham. It's made of beef.
Mm-hmm.
It's a beef burger. Because if it were made of turkey, you'd call it a turkey burger.
Yeah.
Wow, really? Hamburg's just like, I didn't know that was a regional term.
I don't know. It must be.
Just another clue into where we might live for those who don't know who we are. But don't worry, we're safe because no one knows what we look like. Oh,
Yeah.
shoot,
It's
they know
all.
me now because of my TikTok. That's fine. I'm already on the internet.
Um, but it's also a matter of it could be a regional thing, but it could also be a French Canadian thing too, because I know that
Ah,
both of us have families generations going back
yeah.
French Canadian, so maybe it's that. I don't know.
I'll have to ask Noah too, because I don't think I've ever said Hamburg and he's been confused by it. But he is in no way French or Canadian. But
Okay.
his family's also from like the Boston area, so it could be. Oh, I've made it easier to figure out where we. um,
Yeah, you can cut that if you want. We'll just. It's fine. No one has to know.
his family is from a popular city in our area. And they I think also say Hamburg, but like ground beef, like we also say that. Like that makes sense.
Yeah, like if someone called it ground beef, I wouldn't not know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
I was just shook. That really, I didn't know.
Yeah. Huh. That's good to know.
The more you know.
The more I know. Um, this is hopefully not going to be too long of a conversation, but I would like to bring up the obvious Harry Potter. I want a real butterbeer so bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, real butterbeer would be delightful. Um, I think a lot of the things on the candy trolley
Mm-hmm.
always look tempting. Um, I myself, I like chocolate frogs, and I know they exist. Like fans of the franchise have made just chocolate frogs, but weren't they magical? Where like they sort of would hop around.
Yeah. I don't
I don't
think
know
I
if,
could eat a real chocolate frog because I'd feel
yeah,
too
I don't know
bad.
if that would make the experience better or worse. Probably
Yeah.
much worse, actually.
Would its leg wriggle when I bit it off?
Oh, yeah. That's uncomfortable.
It like because especially like in the movie, I'm bringing up the movie specifically. I don't know if it happens in the book because I haven't read it in a minute. He jumps out the window. He doesn't even get to eat the chocolate.
That's right. Yeah.
um,
Okay.
there's
Never mind. I think that's off the list.
Birdie Bots, every flavor beans. I don't think I would eat. I don't even do the.
Nope.
I don't even mess with Bean Boozled.
Nope.
I did it
Not
once.
going
It was
there.
disgusting. However, Bean Boozled, you need to make the toothpaste flavor like a flavor I can buy by the bag. That one is so good. It's, I mean, I like mint. Like it's just a mint jelly bean.
Yeah. That's supposed to be the bad one, right?
It's supposed to be because the good flavor is blueberry, and I would much prefer to get toothpaste because it's
That's
like
so
it's a
funny.
super sweet mint. It's not like gum. It's like it's a candy, but mint it's so good.
Like they have a mint julep.
I don't.
Have you had one of those?
I've never had one of those, but I will assume similar. It's kind of like the middle of a York patty,
Gotcha. Yep.
just like little chewier because it's a jelly bean.
Yeah. That's a good
Jelly
flavor.
Belly jelly beans are like the one like kind of chewy candy that I'm okay with because it doesn't really get stuck in my teeth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those
Um,
are pretty low maintenance in terms of chewy candy.
yeah. What Harry Potter has so many foods. Um, pumpkin juice sounds pretty gross. Um, their feasts obviously look amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Don't remember what a fizzing whiz bee is, but There's that.
I feel like that would hurt. Honestly, now that I think about it, a lot of the stuff in Harry Potter, I'm like, actually, I don't know if that would be worth trying.
Yeah.
It's either gonna hurt me or like run away or
Yeah.
taste bad.
Or it's like spicy or moving or noisy or explodey.
Yeah. Just some stationary food would be lovely.
Yeah, I think simply I would like to walk into a Honeyduke's, enjoy it, and then leave,
Mm-hmm.
having bought nothing. I've never even bought a real life chocolate frog because they're like $9, and I just know that chocolate is disgusting. Like
Yeah, or at
on the
least certainly
scale of,
not worth that much.
yeah, like I could just get a Hershey bar that I also don't really like, but that's $1.
Mm-hmm.
I have eaten the real world every flavor beans, but I cheated and I looked at the chart on the back and I only ate the good ones.
I thought the point was you could not tell them apart.
That they do that for the Bean Boozled, but with the every flavor beans, there's like 20 different flavors, but they only have one of each color.
Gotcha.
Which I
Okay.
love, because I can avoid them. And then Noah was like, "How are you getting all the good ones?" And then I showed him the chart on the back. We ate it on like a street corner in Salem, Mass.
Yeah. Oh man. No, those are definitely. That's the thing. Even with normal jelly beans, I have to look at the list of ones before I venture into it. I think there's just so many flavors that I don't enjoy as a jelly bean.
Yeah.
That I need to make sure I'm extra cautious.
Yeah, it's something like because it's Jelly Belly is the brand that makes the every flavor beans as well as the Bean Boozled. They have so many great flavors. Why would I waste my time with the bad ones?
Mm-hmm.
Might as well spend my $10 on like candy I'm going to like.
Yeah, that's what it boils down to. Like if I'm getting it, I want to make sure I'm enjoying it.
Yeah. All right. Do you have any others on your list?
I think. I mean, we might be getting a time here.
We
So.
are close, but I do have to like cut down some stuff, so we got time.
Okay. I think I have a couple more that I definitely want to mention.
Okay.
The first being Purple Flurp from Jimmy Neutron. I don't know if you ever watched Jimmy Neutron.
I watched enough to know kind of what the show was, but I've never heard of that.
Yeah, it was like their go-to. I want to say it was a soda.
Oh.
That it was just sort of like it was similar to iCarly. They like had their spot that they would go to and get their smoothies or drinks or whatever, and it would always be a purple flurp. And it's just one of those things where I'm like, no one can recreate that. Is it just grape soda? Maybe, but it has to be so much more.
Yeah. Huh. It has a good ring to it. Rolls off the tongue.
Yeah, it's a little. It actually kind of gets stuck on my tongue, if I'm being honest.
Purple Flurp.
There's a lot of whoa, purple flurp.
Too many L's.
Yeah, a lot of L's, but it's fun.
Okay. My one that I know you definitely won't know about is Nuka Cola. It's from Fallout. It's probably just regular like Coke, but it looks good. It's like looks like it's in like the vintage Coke bottles, but it looks like a rocket.
Mm-hmm.
And the bottle caps become the currency after the apocalypse. But it just
pretty fun.
It looks so like sticky sweet and caloric, you know? Like a good cola should be. But that was my video game one that I mentioned.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. I mean, we could kind of like rapid fire the last couple.
Okay.
Just to make sure we get them all in there.
Yeah. Anything that Pac-Man eats. He eats really everything under the sun.
Yeah, I am
and
most
everything.
intrigued by the dots.
Yeah, the pack dots
Are
and power pellets, like the ones that glow,
mm-hmm.
allow you to eat the ghosts.
Mm.
Do they have a flavor? I never imagined them having a flavor, but they probably do.
Are they cheese balls?
Are they cheese balls?
Or like Jack's cereal?
Hmm.
Oh, Jack's cereal, so good. That was my childhood. Um, yeah, that's a good one. Like the fruits looked very good always.
Yeah.
And that scene of Wreck-It Ralph where he grabs the cherry and it turns out it's ginormous.
Hmm.
What was I have this spaghetti from Elf.
Oh, the one with all the candy on top
Yeah,
of it.
I'm not saying that I would eat this. I probably wouldn't, but it is something I would like to experience if I could. Just to
Mm.
look at it, really.
Yeah, that's such a good one. It's one of those things where I'm like, I feel like I would just be sick instantly after eating it,
Yeah.
but maybe I want to try it. I don't know.
I'd pick like a peppermint off the top and be like, delicious.
Nice. Alrighty. I have one more.
Okay.
We're gonna finish strong. Kronk's spinach puffs.
Oh my god, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I looked up even online like a list of like media foods to like jog my memory of some, and that wasn't there, and it should have been.
It needs to be.
Yes.
It's he's just so proud of them. They look delicious. I've had
Mm-hmm.
like spinach puff-esque things before.
Yeah.
It's fine. I like them well enough, but Kronk's must be amazing.
Absolutely. That's a great one. Mm. Kronk is one of those characters that was too good for this world. He's great.
Yeah, I think someone definitely had a lot of fun making him and voicing him. Like every person that went into creating that just like had a ball of a time. Honestly, even Yzma too
Yeah.
is a force to be reckoned with.
Even the guy that voices him, I can't think of his name right now. Like the times I think of him, he's such like a gruff and rough around the edges type character usually. And he's just like a goofy little goofball, as
Hmm.
like what tends to happen when characters do like voice acting instead of like live action. They change a lot. Um, but he does a lot of voice acting, so I guess that's certainly not his only role. Um, I have Tiana's beignets from The Princess and the Frog.
Mm-hmm.
I've had a real life beignet. It's amazing. Hers look out of this world.
I don't think I've had a beignet.
It's so good. I mean, it kind of tastes exactly like the way you think it. It's like a puffed like a donut with powdered sugar on
Hmm.
top.
Uh,
It's
so
it's so good.
it sounds great.
Yeah. All right. I have one and like a half. One and a half. Pooh's honey obviously is another one, which is my profile
Hmm.
picture today. It just it looks so much better than regular honey.
It does look better. I'm not a huge fan of regular honey,
Mm-hmm.
so I mean, if it's mixed into things, sure. But yeah, Pooh's
Yeah.
always looks pretty good.
And this one is an honorable mention. It's my last one. Because I don't want to eat the in-universe food, but I would like to appreciate the our universe food, and that is the Scooby snack.
Scooby
I do
snacks.
not want to eat
Yeah.
a dog treat. Bottom line. However, real life Scooby snacks are very good.
Yeah. That's definitely. I'm glad that made the list.
Yeah.
Scooby snacks. I mean, he just went crazy for them.
Because like Shaggy ate them too, right? So maybe they weren't just dog.
I think so.
Was he named after the snack, or was the snack named after Scooby?
That's a good
Wait.
question. Or was it neither? Was it just like because Shaggy like owned him and would be like, "Oh,
Mm.
these are your snacks, Scooby. Do you want your Scooby snacks?"
Oh, yeah, yeah. Does it say it on the box? I don't think you ever read the box.
I don't
So,
know if you do in the show at least.
yeah. It still is weird that he eats the snacks. But they also eat like those gigantic tall sandwiches too.
Oh yeah, I forgot about those.
Yeah. Yeah. I have it at the bottom of my list with a question mark, so it just says Scooby snacks. Like,
Scooby?
yeah, because it kind of changes the prompt a little bit. I don't want to eat dog treats. I have eaten a dog treat. Noah's eaten a dog treat. They're okay.
Okay.
Some of them aren't really that bad.
You've had multiple dog treats.
I have eaten 2 and smelled a bunch. Noah's eaten more than 2.
Okay. Which two?
I had like it was like a bacon looking thing. It was bacon strips.
Mm-hmm.
Just tastes
I'm
like
familiar with the commercial.
if like bacon were like a cookie texture, like a soft cookie. It's like okay, it's fine. And
Okay.
the other one's kind of a cheat because it's a dog treat recipe, but it's something I made and I just ate like basically a sad sugarless pumpkin cookie.
Okay.
But that was the other one. But I had made that, so it's kind of a cheat. I know what went into it. I know it's just flour and like a pumpkin.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, now I'm hungry
Wow.
as
I
usual.
know, right? And I can't eat any of the snacks that we just named.
No, not in their true form at least.
Nope.
Yeah, I had like some others that I like mulled over, like cream a la Edgar from the Aristocrats. Anything from Shrek, but the Shrek food's disgusting. Like the jar of eyeballs. But yeah, those are my big ones.
Nice. Pretty exciting. There's some good stuff. Some stuff I forgot about too from different pieces of media. So
did not expect to walk through iCarly today.
Yeah, there's a lot more there to unpack than I thought there would be.
Yeah. If anyone else listening like thinks of any or from like more movies that we didn't mention, there's also Apples from Good Will Hunting. Yeah, it could be anything. I don't know. Feel free to comment if you're on a platform with a comment section. If you're on Spotify, I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, Simmer has a TikTok as previously mentioned. I'll link that probably. But there's that. That is our episode this week. Also, we're most likely switching to every other week for the foreseeable future.
Mm-hmm.
Just so I have more time on Tuesdays to do other things.
Fair enough.
But yeah, so we're still here. I'll just I don't even post regularly already, but like now you know it'll be irregular, so now we can call it regular.
There you go. Throw him a loop. Throw him a loop? No. I mixed up a couple of phrases
throw him
there.
for a loop. You're very close though.
Yes. Thank you.
I think you mixed throw him a bone.
Yeah, because that's what I was thinking about. I was like, oh no, I need to correct myself and say bone. But no, it's not a bone in this game. It's a loop.
Throw him a Scooby snack.
Throw him a Scooby snack. There we go.
Alrighty. Peace out. See you in 2 weeks now instead of 1 week.